I remember one time we was in the Century Club, and you hit me in my back so hard, and I turned around. I was like, "Mother!" I was like, "Hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing, boy?"
I love you so much, man. I love every time I see you, man. It's special.
Hello, remember that?
This is Safe Distance. This is Mike Tyson, and I guess it is the great Shaquille O'Neal. What's going on, Shaq?
That's a great honor coming from you. I learned a lot from you. I remember the first time I went to one of your fights. You noticed me in the arena. And you invited me to your house, and I remember you had those baby kittens in your house. And that's when I developed my love for white kittens also.
Thanks, man. That was just good times, man. And just meeting you, I met a lot of people in my life, just like I'm sure you have. I knew I met a decent person. I knew your family did a great job on raising you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
When I first met you.
And how's your son doing? The one I always used to see in D.C. every time we
He's
played.
a good guy. He's still in D.C., but I believe he's going to move out here eventually and hang out with me.
All right, good. Tell him I said hello, brother.
I will. He graduated from American University, and I believe he wants to be into the show business, acting or something, so he wants to come out here.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm going to tell him that you asked him. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Tell me, man, how are you dealing with the virus? How you deal with being inside consistently?
Man, I'm getting to spend a lot of time with my boys. My youngest boy turns 17 on Sunday. I got a 20-year-old and I got a 22-year-old. So even though they're my children, I don't really treat them like children, treat them like young men. So we're having great conversations about life, about money, about trials, about tribulations, about stress, about preparation, about business. And you know how it is when you're working all the time, especially in your career, you're doing this and doing that.
Absolutely, you can't
you miss a lot. You miss a lot as a parent. So I'm actually now doing a lot of catch up work with these guys, but their mothers did a wonderful job of raising them, and I'm happy and I'm blessed, and I'm just having the time of my life hanging out with my boys.
Tell me this, Shaq. This is what I always, even since I've been a kid in Brooklyn, what does Sharif mean? Because everybody I ever met named Sharif was the cool, controlled guy that always squashed everything. He was the leader of the community. So what does that mean, Sharif?
I'm not sure what it means. I'll have to look it up because I have a lot of kids, Mike. So I got to make it over to look. But when I was coming up, my mother had me out of wedlock, and the family kind of outcasted us. So my mother was walking downtown Newark, and she ran across a brother that had a book of names. And in the book of names, she picked my name. It says Shaquille. It means little one, and my middle name, Rashawn, means warrior. So my mom was like, no matter what happens, you're going to be my little warrior. So my name was an Arabic Muslim name. So I want to give all my kids Arabic Muslim names that mean something. So I have a Tahira, Amira, Miara, Sharif, Shakir, and I have a Miles.
That's really awesome. That's really amazing, brother. So what have you been doing? Do you have a basketball coach? Do you play a lot of horse? Do you shoot ball?
Yeah, I have another thing that inspired me also came from you. When I went to that lovely castle you had, I said to myself, when I get big time, I want to get something this size. So I'm blessed to have a full court gym in the house. So, we play with the kids all the time. I actually tried to play with the kids last week. It's gone, Mike. I thought I still had it. Man, I ran up and down the court a couple of times. The next day, bro, I couldn't move for 3 days straight. So I actually had to go in my closet and get some of my own product, that Icy Hot.
I can dig it, but listen, man, that's just because you haven't did it. If you continue to do it consistently, you'll be back to new. Just like me, I haven't boxed or hit the bag for 15 years. I did it for 3 days so far, and I feel incredible. And you know what else I had done? I had what's that stuff I had done? I had stem cell research therapy. You know what that is?
Okay. Yeah, I've actually heard of it, but I haven't done it.
Yeah, I've done that, and this is pretty wild. I feel like a different person, but I can't comprehend why I feel this way.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's really wild what scientists can do.
Yeah, I feel you.
When do you think this is going to be over?
You know, watching the news and listening to all the people I keep hearing, I'm actually kind of scared because remember, stay in the house for 14 days and then we're pulling it back to April 30th. Now I'm here May 30th. I saw a thing yesterday that said a Harvard scientist said that we're going to have to practice social distancing till 2022.
Yeah, I
I'm
heard
actually
that
kind of
as well.
scared. Yeah, I'm actually kind of scared and kind of nervous. I'm just hoping and praying that somebody comes up with something that we can get back to living our lives. Because the saddest thing about this, of course, you know, it's sad when a person loses their lives, but 16 million people have lost their job. That's sad. I mean, I haven't.
And in a way, that's worse than dying.
Yes, yeah, and I
I'm
haven't.
not trying to be funny, but in a way, that's worse than dying. When you're dead,
Yes,
you don't have no more issues. When you have no money, you're suffering. You can't work, you have no
yeah,
food, you have children, you're suffering.
yeah. One of my neighbors worked for Disney for 30 years, and he was just let go. I look at him every day, and he's just, you know, he's really sad. You know, he's really down. So, you know, hopefully when this all gets back, you know, these people can, you know, get their lives back together. Because you know, I really, you know, feel for people like that because they're really the hardest working people in America. You
Yes,
know, guys that.
Shaq, and that's why we have an organization called Standing United, because we really contribute to giving to the people less fortunate, like the homeless and the drug addicted, and people from those aspects of life. And I never knew the power of giving and helping people till I really started indulging in it. And I'm really happy
Right.
to indulge in that type of life now.
Yeah, I actually been watching you your whole career, and you're doing a lot of positive things. I want to commend you on that Mike Tyson stand-up show you had in New York.
Thank you, my friend.
Genius.
Thank you.
You
My wife
did
helped
a
me out, but my wife pretty much wrote everything.
you did a perfect job on that. I mean, I watched that like 10 different times. You were honest, you told the truth, and you were funny as shit. You really were.
Thank you. You know, I had to tell the truth because everybody saw it. They know what the truth is.
I remember one time we was in the Century Club, and you hit me in my back so hard, and I turned around. I was like, I was like, hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing, boy?
I love you so much, man. I love every time I see you, man. You're so special, man.
Hello, remember that?
It's just so awesome, man. Yo, listen, how's your family? How's your mom, your stepdad?
My stepdad passed away about 7 years ago, but my mom lives around the corner.
I never knew, but I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
I just always watch him on television, and he was such a disciplinarian.
Yeah, he was. And my mom lives around the corner. She's doing fabulous. My youngest sister passed away a couple months ago, so it's kind of been hard on the family. So
I'm sorry.
Thank you. So, you know, my mom's gonna move closer to me. You know, it was a tough year losing my sister, losing my boy Kobe. Now this stuff going on, but you know, I still got my mama, I still got my number one lady, so she's gonna be moving close to me, so I can see her a lot. Because you know how it is when you're working a lot, you don't really get to see family. I said to myself, you know what, family is more important. I got to see them more. So she's agreed to move right around the corner for me in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, I understand. Just from my sport experience of 53 years, I just really realized that life prepares you for everything. Life even prepares us for death. You know,
does.
Don't panic and freak out, you know, and live our life in a dignitized manner. You know, life prepares us for everything.
Yep.
There's not going to be any more NBA for a minute, huh?
You know, I'm hearing that they're thinking about playing at an undisclosed location. That's one option. The other option I'm hearing is they're trying to play without fans. I'm not sure, but Adam Silver's done a great job of protecting the safety of the players and the people. You know, my advice, if it ain't safe, I think we should just, you know, wait till, you know, it's 100% safe. Because
I agree 100%. 100%.
You know,
so tell me about, what about Sharif going to LSU, man? How do you feel about that?
I'm actually proud of him. You know, one of the conversations I've had with him, I said, my son, you had a lot of setbacks, but setbacks only make you stronger.
Exactly.
So you went to UCLA, you found out you had the heart problem, you had to sit out a year for that. You get back, you work your ass and get back. Your coach doesn't, you know who you are. He doesn't play you, so now you transfer, go to another school. So we've been working really, really hard to get back on track. I always teach them that pressure is where you don't know where your next meal is coming from. I've stressed to him many times, you don't have to be Shaq O'Neal. It's only one Shaq O'Neal. You have to be Sharif O'Neal.
I explain it to my children all the time. You don't know what it's like to starve, son. You don't know what it's like when you come outside, you know you got to hurt somebody for some food. You don't know that feeling. I don't want you to ever know that feeling.
I agree.
So tell me, what have you been doing? What have you been watching? What is your guilty pleasures?
My guilty pleasure is a show called Blacklist, Raymond Redding. This is season 6. I've been waiting for that for a couple of years, so I binge watch it.
I don't know who's that guy. What movie that guy used to play in before? The redhead guy, right? 30
Yeah, I love him. Then I've been watching Ozark.
Yeah, my wife is so strung out over it. That's really funny. My wife thinks that's the cat's meow. Is it really?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. And then after I get done watching my shows, I always go back to the movies that always inspired me. Paid in Full, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, Godfather 1, 2, 3, Scarface, stuff like that.
Yeah, I knew those guys from Paid in Full.
Oh, you did? Outlaw and the Boys?
They were very interesting people.
Yeah.
Very interesting people. You know what? When I always see stories about guys that I know that's in that kind of life and stuff, they never really articulate how bright these guys are.
Right.
You know, they always say these guys are gangsters, they're killers, they're savages. For them to get to the level that they got, they came from nothing to be heads of multi-million-dollar organizations from the streets.
Right. Yeah, I had a couple. I had a couple guys from my neighborhood who grew up to be a very, very big.
Yeah, listen, they don't know. That's harder than me. Listen, that's harder than becoming a champion of the world. I'm not getting shot at every day, every weekend.
I know, right? It is, yeah.
Absolutely. To have a life, to live 10 years, 15 years in that life, man, you're an OG for real. You're a grandfather OG.
Triple OG.
For real, man. I'm just very grateful that God had so much mercy on me and steered me in the right direction. At least I believe this was the right direction. But I had to deal with that life in order to find the direction. Right. And everything happens for a reason. Nothing's coincidental, I believe.
I agree.
All right, so we're going to let you go, and I very appreciate your time here. And whenever you need me to do your show, I'm here for you. Don't even question it, my friend.
No problem, brother. Tell your family, your lovely wife, your lovely kids, I'll say hello, and I'll see you soon, inshallah, brother.
Inshallah. Right. Thank you, brother. Love.